Welcome back. This is the State Board review for the state of Florida. Laws, fees, and fines. The Barber's Act is also known as a short title. Write that down. Barber's Act is also known as a short title. The next one. The chapter of the Florida status where you find barber regulations is 476. Chapter 476 is the chapter of Florida status where you will find barber regulations. Okay? The purpose, this is the next one. The purpose of this chapter, 476, is to protect the public. Protect the public. All right, DBPR, next one. DBPR stands for Department of Businesses and Professional Regulations. Department of Businesses and Professional Regulations. All right, DBPR. They're the ones in charge of your license. Okay. In the state of Florida, there are 7 board members. Write that down. You need to know that for the restricted exam. You also see that on the master exam. All right, write it down. Pause the tape, play it back if you need to. Okay? Who appoints the board members in the state of Florida? The Senate appoints the board members, and the governor confirms it. All right, governor of the state confirms it. Now, the requirements for sitting on the board. Take notes. Must be a Florida resident for 5 years. That's a requirement to be a board member. On the board, there are a certain amount of barbers. Write this down. There will be 5 barbers on the board. 5 barbers. The 2 people that are not barbers are called citizens. Write that down. Citizens of the state. The only person that can fire anyone on the board is the governor. All right, write that down. Each person can only serve a term of 4 years. Next one, y'all. One of the requirements of applying for a barber license is you must be 16 years of age. All right, must be 16 years of age and have completed 1,200 hours in barber training and pay the required fee. All right, write that down. What is needed for an application or to apply for the state board exam? Application, 2x2 photo, HIV certification, and pay some fees. All right, you need to know that. Write that down. Your picture on your application that you're going to send to DBPR must be 1 year or less. Cannot be more than a year. At least 1 year or less old. If you challenge the board at 1,000 hours and fail, you have to go back to school for another 200 hours. All right, now if you get the question, if you see this question on the state board, how many times the exam is given per year? The answer is 4, all right? You might not get it, but if you see it, 4 times a year, all right? Now, in the state of Florida, they took out the practical exam. Where it is, they will be bringing it back, all right? So this is the theory part. If you happen to fail the exam for the first time, you have to retake it within that year. Write that down. Take that note. You have to take it within the year. Retake it within the year. If a person comes from another state with hours and services similar to ours and wants to get a license in the state of Florida, there is a procedure called endorsement. They just have to pay the fees, send an application with the payment, and they will get something called an endorsement. They kind of grandfather you in. Okay? Write that down. Take that note. A person from New York, let's say, wanted to know if he needed to take a test for the license. No. Like we just said, pay the fees, send the endorsement. But you'll get questions like that in the state board. They'll give you some questions that are either scenario based or fact. Okay, that's a scenario. Somebody comes from New York. Would they need to take an exam? No, they just need to do the endorsement, pay the fee. A fact, how old you have to be to apply for a barber license in the state of Florida? 16. Write this down. Your Florida barber license is good in every county in the state of Florida. If you're seeking your restricted barber license, you can challenge the board at 800 hours. If you're doing your master barber license, you can challenge the board at 1,000 hours. You need a minimum of 75%. Minimum of 75% to pass the state board exam, either exam. Your HIV certification must be renewed every 2 years or every 24 months. Okay, that's a note, take that down. Any applicant that fails the state board exam may work in the barbershop for up to 6 months under supervision, under somebody who's licensed, with the condition that that individual sets up an appointment to do the exam again. Okay, if you fail the exam, that receipt that you get that says did not pass, you can use it for up to 6 months in a barbershop with somebody that is already licensed as your supervisor, with the condition that you've already set up an appointment to retake the exam. If you fail twice, you cannot work in the state of Florida. You have to keep trying until you pass before you get back in the barbershop. A restricted barber can do all things. Next note, write this down. A restricted barber can do all things except color and chemical services. All barbers must renew their license. Next one. All barbers must renew their license before July 31st of the even year. Anybody opening the barbershop must contact DBPR ASAP. Anybody opening a barbershop must contact DBPR. When you open up a barbershop, these 3 things must be kept in a conspicuous space. Your current license, all employee licenses, and the latest inspection form. Note, you do not need to put up the grade of your inspection, but the inspection form must be seen. In the state of Florida, each barbershop should have 1 shampoo bowl for every 2 barbers. All right, 2 more. I'm gonna give y'all 2 more. Lay around for the next video. It's coming soon. Write this down. Every barbershop should have 2 containers. One for dirty towels and the second one for shaving paper. Every barber chair in the state of Florida, in barbershops, must be covered with a headrest, some type of clean towel or paper. Keep in mind, these are disposable. They must be changed after each service or each client. All right, last one, write this down, y'all, take note. All dirty towels must be kept in a clean, closed container. All right, y'all, that's it. Subscribe, share, hit me up when you get your license, and hey, congratulations. Leaders are readers. Keep studying, keep moving on up. All right, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Radical Cuts. Our new book is out, Platinum Thinking. Check it out.
Hello friends, my new book Platinum Thinking is now available on Amazon and Kindle. Get yours today. A dynamic book on professional development designed to enhance innovative business tactics for goal settings, having the right attitude, and generating increased revenue. It also includes the study guide. Buy yours today. Be sure to also follow us on Instagram at Platinum Thinking.
Platinum Thinking. Intentional innovations.